am Thomas Matulesi, also known as Captain Pattimura, an Ambonese soldier. I was born on June 8, 1783 in Saparua, Maluku, appointed by the people of Saparua to lead the rebellion against the Dutch. I am the son of Franz Matulesi and Francina Tilahoy, and I have a little brother named Johannes. In 1810, the Maluku Islands were taken over from the Dutch colonials by the British. I then received military training from their army and reached the rank of Sergeant Major. I wanted to lead the rebellion because we, the Ambonese, wanted back our indigenous land. There was also a fear that the Dutch would once again use the brutal politics and ways of the VOC, as well as the fear of being recruited for military service in Java, and that the Christian religious leaders would be abandoned by the Dutch. We felt the Dutch were too controlling. The Dutch forced their new rules onto our population, and if we were to break them, we would be given a punishment. Even though it was our home, the Dutch forced our people to work for them and give up their goods such as salty fish, also known as ikan asin, dendeng, and coffee. They also brought back the most hated economy system, replacing metal money, which the Ambonese are used to already, with paper money. Just as the Dutch is taking over everything we own, they also forced us to become Dutch soldiers. All of this burden and misery brought upon our people made us oppose and rebel to the Dutch. The rebellion occurred on 15th May of 1817. Our main tactic was to lead a rebellion on Saparua, capture the Dutch fortress Duurstede, and kill a Dutch official, Mr. Vandenberg, and his family. So we planned to gather a fleet of Orembais and attack and destroy Fort Duurstede. In the first wave, we were able to shoot the resident in the leg, leading him to collapse. The resident, then still alive, was tied to a pole. A schoolmaster stepped forward to say a prayer, and the resident was shot repeatedly. The rebels then dragged Mrs. Vandenberg and her children to where the husband's body lay, and they were literally hacked to death. Only one child, a little boy of about 5, survived. The rebels then ran up the British flag over the fort, representing defiance against the Dutch. Several small attacks took place during the next few days, but the fort held. However, the rebels gradually surrendered to government forces. Looking back, our tactics were somewhat effective. We were able to capture the Dutch fortress Duurstede, as well as capture and kill the Dutch official. However, we were unable to maintain control over the fort, leading us to eventually get unarmed due to our lack of advanced weaponry. We were then unable to defeat the reinforcements sent to the Dutch, and consequently our overall strategy was unsuccessful. At the end, the rebellion concluded in December of 1817. The Dutch called for reinforcements and sent them from Batavia and defeated the rebels in order to end the rebellion. The Dutch did defeat the rebels, but there were many dead and they only won thanks to their reinforcements. The Dutch took the island and stayed there for years. I and my fellow friends, 3 of them, were executed on December 16th of 1817 at the age of 34 because we were leaders of the revolt. I am seen as a hero and as someone that many Indonesians look up to because of my heroic actions. I am a symbol of nationalism for some because I rebelled against the Dutch for my country.